Tucked away in the valley of Los Angeles, 42 miles northwest of Disneyland, sits a tiki bar with a 78-drink challenge called the Grog Log. Drink all 78 drinks within 1 year, and you get a plaque with your name on the wall. Let's join two thirsty friends for a little My Time as they embark on a drunken journey through the log and talk about dumb shit like theme parks, drinking, and drinking at theme parks.
Welcome to My Time. This is Dave, and as you can tell, I'm not joined by Corey. I'm on a little vacation in Florida, and she's back in California, and we forgot to record intros and outros before I left. So this is what you get for this week. I'm sitting in a guest bedroom rambling to myself. But we did squeeze in some time at Tonga Hut to Grog Log before I left. So let's head over to the hut for some good old-fashioned grog logging.
All right, we are back at the Tonga Hut. We are here on an off day, but there's no off day at Tonga Hut. They're all
not when you're on My Time. There's no off day.
They're all on days. Is that a thing that people say on days? We have off days, but do we have on days?
Do you say on days?
I don't
Not
think
really.
You say Happy Honda Days.
Well, of course you say Happy Honda Days, but
I always am sure to tell people Happy Honda Days.
Me too.
Every Honda Days.
Honda Days, you got to celebrate.
Yeah, so there's Honda
the
Days.
Non-denominational holiday?
Sure. Okay, so there's off days.
Yeah.
There's Honda Days.
Correct.
There's on days at Tonga Days. Okay. So Corey and I are here. We've submitted our sheets.
We've given our trust to Liz.
Yes, Liz is the best. She makes lovely drinks. She treats us right, and she's given us a rum barrel tonight.
And I just want to tell you, the guy's face in this one is this.
Oh, he's
making the strong face.
He's got asshole face.
Yeah. He's puckered.
You puckered.
He's being puckered.
You puckered. Okay, so what are we looking at? We're looking at a tall guy.
They're in a tall guy, bamboo style glass.
Bamboo, brand new glassware. We think.
Cubed ice. We've got umbrellas. I've got pink. You've got yellow.
Orangey brown.
It's pretty tiki standard color.
Just standard
maraschino
color.
cherry. Little foam on top.
Foam on top. Okay, let's taste
Excuse
it.
me, would you like to do your cheers?
Oh my God! Holy crap! I'm flying through this, and I forgot.
We are panicked today, y'all.
We're panicked. Okay. Yeah. Well, we're awake, so you know what that means. The drink's awake. So we're awake.
Cheers. Okay.
That is so classically tiki.
It just we're terrible at this game.
But honestly, it tastes so much like a tiki drink that it hurts.
It's a good balance
it's
of the
delicious.
citrus and like the rum flavors. She did say this has 151 in it.
Okay, I don't even like.
It doesn't taste terrible.
It doesn't taste too strong. It's a very easy drinkable drink. This tastes like if you go to a regular bar and you get a tiki drink, this would be the best tiki drink that you have at a regular bar.
Yeah. It's not,
I think so.
It's not distinctive in any way.
And I'll tell you this. I think my gut would say to give this a 3 just because it's middle of the road tiki. But when I'm like weighing these drinks against one another, then I would say that, I'd move this up a little bit. I'd give this a 3 1/4 or 3.5. Like, it's totally fine. I like it. I'll tell you what's in it. A rum barrel. It's got lime juice, orange juice, pineapple juice, passion fruit liqueur, sugar syrup, dark Jamaican rum, and 151 rum. This was adapted from a recipe by Dean Short of the Port O' Call restaurant in Tucson, Arizona, circa 1960s. So we're now in tropical Tucson, Arizona.
There we are.
Drinking. I'm on the beaches of Tucson.
The lovely beaches of Tucson, Arizona.
Looking
at the stars.
The beaches of Tucson. Have you ever driven through Tucson? I don't
think I've ever been to Arizona. I was just saying this to someone the other day.
You lucky fucking... Yeah.
I'm not sure they like my people there so much.
Sorry, if anybody lives in Arizona. You know what? Undertow. Undertow is in Arizona. I'd love to go to Undertow one day. But
add it to the list.
When we make our way on our U.S. tour...
When we get our Airstream trailer...
I used to pass through Tucson on the way from Vegas to Albuquerque.
That's cool.
I would just get gas in Tucson. So it's good for gas.
Okay, great.
Anyway,
After my Tiki Chew sip, I would agree. I'd give this like a 3.25. It's good. I'm happy to drink it.
It's very easy.
It's just not remarkable.
No, it's completely forgettable.
Yeah.
The Rum Barrel is something that I feel like it's a classic. It's a staple of all tiki bars.
Yeah.
You can get a Rum Barrel mug.
You can get a Rum Barrel mug. All right, you ready for your next topic? Overrated and underrated attractions.
Oh, overrated, underrated. Over, under. Your classic over, under. Hit me with what your overrated is.
You got me mad about it. The
Space
Mummy
Mountain?
in Hollywood is kind of overrated.
Wait, what?
The Mummy in Hollywood is kind of overrated.
Oh, I think people hate that.
Do they?
I thought people hated that.
Oh, I didn't realize people hated it.
Oh, yeah. I think people on Twitter.
The end of it is horrible.
Yeah, it kind of
It's
just
just like,
ends.
oh, we're over.
It's just over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, it's basically the only like thrill ride at that damn park, though.
No.
What else is a thrill ride at Universal?
Whatchamacallit? The other Harry Potter ride.
The indoor park?
That I can never remember the name of it.
Forbidden Journey?
Forbidden Journey. I can
That
never
is not
remember
a
the
thrill
name of it.
ride. It's an attraction. It's not a
I
thrill
think that's
ride.
kind of a thrill ride. It flips you upside down.
See, yeah, I don't know. I thought you were going to say Space Mountain.
In Disney World, 100%. That's the next one I was going to say.
Really?
Space Mountain Disney World, I think, is very overrated.
Wow.
Disneyland, I think, is great. World, it's a
Can I
shitbag.
ask? Okay, my take, especially when I'm drunk, is that all of Space Mountain is one thing, and I love all of Space Mountain. Where's the hate? The hate runs deep for Disney World, Space Mountain.
Because they
What?
haven't updated it in a very long time. There's
Is it just that it's rickety?
onboard or audio. There's no onboard audio.
Mm-hmm.
Disney World Space Mountain has no onboard audio, which
Right.
I think is a major negative comparing to Disneyland. Disneyland also completely replaced the track within the last decade.
Yeah, it's nice.
Much smoother.
Right.
The effects are a lot better in land versus world.
You get to go like around in world though. Like you get to like
You get
see,
to go around.
No, you get to like go see like the space station and stuff, right?
You see a big cookie.
Yeah. Okay. Is it overrated? Yeah, I guess it's.
I think it's very overrated. I
Yeah.
get why it's nostalgic for people, but
it
comparing world to land.
so like Cosmic Rewind could run.
that's fair. But I haven't been on Cosmic
I haven't been
Rewind,
on it either. I don't know if that's even a true statement.
but everything I've heard about it is
And like Rock and Roller Coaster.
Dark. You're also probably overrated at this point. It's so rickety, man.
Okay.
It gives you a headache.
Overrated attraction. I'm going to
Okay.
say this.
Oh God, I'm nervous. He's prepping himself.
I'm going to say, and I'm going to drop the mic, Mario Kart.
We disagree about this. We have a baseline disagreement
Mario
about
Kart.
this.
Mario
No,
Kart.
I disagree.
Mario Kart is okay.
I think
Is it a 3-hour wait?
it's not a 3-hour wait, period.
That's the epitome of overrated.
But
The
I
point-
went on it after you, and I had an assumption of what it was going to be. You did not.
Did you have an assumption that it was going to be Mr.
very
Toad's
slow-moving
track?
dark ride.
Slow moving dark
Yes,
ride that
I
had
did.
shit blinking in your face.
But you have to understand how to play the game.
Okay,
Which
the
is
game.
not, which arguably does not make it a great attraction for everyone because there is a learning curve with it.
Okay, do I love Nintendo Land? I love the look of Nintendo Land.
Is it fading like crazy and everything looks way duller now? Yes.
Nintendo?
That is something that's different between Universal and Disney.
Yeah.
They don't maintain stuff the same
Wait
way
a
Disney
minute.
does.
Am
in
I
my
ready
opinion.
to call Nintendo Land not that great?
A dud in Hollywood?
I might be calling it overrated. I didn't expect to be here.
I disagree. I really like Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. I think it's very fun, but you have to understand how to play. And I will say the average person does not understand how to play or what it's going to be like.
As somebody who grew up playing Mario Kart,
Oh, yeah, it's nothing like that.
the one thing that you want this ride to be
Speed.
is fast.
It's not like
And
that.
it is a slow moving dark ride.
It's slower than Mr. Toad, possibly.
So we have a slow moving dark ride that has AR and playing a game that is not intuitive You don't know if you're doing well or if you're doing poorly.
Yeah.
You have to have power bands to do really well.
No.
My
You don't
daughter,
have to have the power band.
my 9-year-old daughter scores as many points as I do because
well,
she's
maybe
got
that's a you problem.
No. She's like, hey, she's got the power up band, which is how much money?
$50.
$50.
Look, I agree that Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge is not what I would have expected it to be. I agree with that. Yes. Do I think it's a good attraction? Yes.
You know what's weird is I almost was going to say that Smuggler's Run was overrated.
Smuggler's Run just
Is
sucks.
like Smuggler's Run is like adequately rated at this
The
point.
queue is better than the ride.
Yeah, at this point, I think that the hype has gone down and
Yeah.
everybody's willing to call it kind of a dud.
Yeah.
So then I was like, no, I don't think that's right. And then I was like, well, what else has come out? And I'm like, Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge.
I think Mario Kart is a superior attraction to Smuggler's Run.
I think that it works better because you at least feel like you're playing the game. I think that Smuggler's Run is also not fun, but like at least makes you feel like you're on a ride.
Yeah.
Where Mario Kart, I've been on it now 4 times and I've had an enjoyable time on it. But then I think about like the wait time as
I'm
well.
not waiting an hour for
Yeah, as well as the build up for that land to come out. And that's the only attraction there, the only ride there. And I'm like, this is maybe like this is a skippable land. Certainly, I've gone to Universal a handful of times since it's open, and just like not gone down there.
It's too congested down there, so I don't go down there.
Not
sometimes.
only that,
yeah.
but it's overrated.
I understand your opinion. I do. Do I agree with it? No.
That's fair. That's why we're both on this podcast.
Okay, think of an underrated.
My underrated attraction. You know what? I really do think Goofy's Sky School is an underrated attraction.
Please call it by its real name, Bahaman Madness.
The Wild Mouse ride, I love. I think it's super fun. I think it's very scary.
My favorite thing is riding that attraction and going on it with people that have never been on it before.
Yeah.
And watching that very restrictive lap bar come down and then being like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And then as soon as it starts, they're like, oh God, oh God.
It looks like a little dinky coaster. You think like it's
so aggressive.
It's so unassuming. And then you feel like you're going to be thrown off of the track. It's a classic Wild Mouse.
You know what my dream is, right?
To actually be thrown off of that. And
no,
to
but
just have
fair.
a sweet death.
Sweet death at DCA. No, I want to rent one of the rooms at Grand California Hotel with the balconies that overlooks it and just watch people freak out when that first turn hits. I just want to sit there with a bucket of beers and just laugh at people.
That would be super fun just to sit out there at night. I think the scariest ride at Disneyland is the Mickey's
Fun Wheel of Death.
Pixar Pal Around now. That's the scariest ride I think I've ever been on in my life.
I think I've only been on it like 3 or 4 times. It's horrifying. Underrated, I would say. Forbidden Journey? It's like 10 plus years old, but I still think it's really freaking good. I don't know. I think people kind of overlook it because it's older.
Okay, Forbidden Journey, I understand it's a little bit older. It's not as like, it's not
Cutting
in everybody's...
zeitgeist of like you got to run to it necessarily.
Yeah.
But also fuck JK.
Yeah.
So.
I don't necessarily think that it's underrated though. I think people love that ride.
Right.
But I could see where you are coming from. Not many people are talking about it. Everybody the attention is certainly towards Hagrid and
Gringotts.
Yeah. So I mean it's like
speaking of overrated, Gringotts suck it. I don't like Gringotts. It's stupid.
Yeah. We're gonna go get another drink because Liz has asked if anybody else is grog logging, and we put our hands up. So we're gonna get.
I put my hand up like an idiot.
Yeah, it might be 2 drinks right off the bat, really quickly. But that's what you get sometimes. Sometimes you get it spaced out.
We'll see what happens.
Port light.
Thank you.
Port light.
It is very red.
I'm a port man.
And she also warned us this is now a bourbon drink, not a rum drink.
I'm a Natalie Portman. What are your views on Natalie Portman?
Do you like her?
Love her.
What's your favorite Natalie Portman movie?
Oh God, that's a great question.
There's a lot of good ones.
I like
Give me top 3.
top three. You know, all the one where she's
He's got nothing.
What am
Here's
I
my
thinking?
favorite. V for Vendetta.
Garden
1.
State. That's what
Garden
I'm thinking.
State 2. Closer 3.
Queen Amidala.
Not in my top 3.
Do you like her in Thor?
Yeah, I don't mind her in Thor. Do I like Kat Dennings better? Probably.
Oh, you're a Kat Dennings
I
fan?
love Kat Dennings.
There's
She doesn't
like-
seem to take herself seriously. She's funny.
Great.
Okay, I'm going to
Port
read
Light.
this one. I can do it. I
Yes,
can do it.
You got this.
We got
You
a Port
this.
Light. It's fresh lemon juice, passion fruit syrup, grenadine, bourbon. Not sure we've had many bourbon drinks.
This might be our first bourbon drink.
Blend with 1 cup crushed ice for 5 seconds and pour into Collins glass. Add more crushed ice to fill.
Add more crushed ice to Phil. Who's Phil?
And our
there's
dude's,
Phil.
face is excited.
Oh, he's happy.
He's happy about
There's a
it.
guy in the corner named Phil who's just asking for crushed ice.
It's pretty red looking,
It's too red looking.
which I would say is the grenadine.
Is there a Neil Diamond song about Port Light?
Sweet grenadine. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my God, Grenadine was just singing there.
Please
for
edit
you.
that out. I'm not a singer.
Grenadine was right there for you. No,
Grenadine. That would have been better.
you have to go
I didn't
Grenadine.
hit it.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
not a comedian.
What's Neil Diamond Heartlight?
What is happening in the booth next?
Those people are straight up fucking. What's he say? Turn on your heart light. Turn on your port light. That's what I'm gonna say. We're gonna let Neil Diamond.
Turn on our port lights. All right.
Okay,
It's in
so,
a
all right.
Collins glass. We got.
It's straight up red. If you
Yeah.
ever seen the color red, you know this drink.
We got. I got a yellow umbrella. Davey's got a green.
It's green. But
Bamboo paper straws.
I'm gonna say, turn on your port light. Is that how heart light goes?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's try it. Oh, it's very sweet. It's very
Sucks.
sweet. Oh, I don't
Straight
like
up
it. I don't like
sucks.
it. This is a 1, maybe
Straight
a 0.5.
Straight.
Oh,
suck.
I hate this. This is the
Straight-
worst one we've had.
No. Actually,
No, I'd like the
hold on,
medicinal
hold
one
on.
better.
Wait a minute. It's coming around.
It's way too
I'm
fucking sweet. This tastes like a hangover.
No, it is sweet. It sucks. It's not
I
good.
hate it.
It's not good. The fact that I'm looking at two people just for, this
They're-
was a different episode.
No, but that's okay. We can carry
Okay.
it over. There's
Okay,
2
so
people in the booth next to
If
us.
you listen to our
We're
episode,
basically fucking.
if you listen to our episode where we drank a missionary's downfall, just know that we're recording this one after that, and these people are still just about to fuck in this booth. So if you come
Oh,
here,
I hate this, Dave.
I don't mind it.
It tastes like I'm gonna not feel good later.
The bourbon is just like a different flavor.
No, it's too sweet. Like the balance isn't good.
Lemon, passion fruit, sweet grenadine.
Sweet grenadine.
There you go. Bourbon. Bourbon.
Da, da, da. God, kill us.
Now we're cruising.
I'm just gonna suck this down
We're
because it's
cruising,
disgusting.
cruising.
This is a 1, maybe a 0.5. I would never order this again, nor
Hey,
drink it again.
For the listeners, I'm going to call this. Will Corey spill this on her lap soon to get out of drinking it?
It happens one time. Excuse me, Mr. Edited it out when you dropped your phone, your microphone. You edited it out of the episode.
I don't even know if. Well, what am I going to do? Just
because we had a bet.
There's
we
no
had
audio.
a
There's
we
no
had a
audio.
bet.
There's
no, sir.
audio of just me.
Yes, there was. We had a bet. The first person to pull their mic off the table with the recording device when we had strings before was the loser. You did it,
Okay.
and then edited it out.
That was not even. I mean, that's just creative. Like that's not even like. I don't mind this.
You don't mind it?
It's a 2. It's a like I can stomach it. It's a fine drink, like whatever. I'm not a big bourbon fan.
I like bourbon. This is not good. The balance is not
Here's
good.
the thing. You come here and you say, what drink's red? And then they say this drink, and then you just stay away from it. Cruzana, red, suck. Port Light.
Sucks.
You know what? But a Port Light is a classic tiki drink, though, and this one just is not that good.
I'm not into it.
Okay. Here's a question. Just a thinker. Okay. Kilimanjaro Safari.
Sure.
at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Great. Love the safari.
Yeah.
Would they pause tours if a couple of the animals were fucking?
Yes.
You do. You
Yeah.
do not think that they would let
Well, I
people
do.
just watch them fuck?
To be honest, I do think they, for the most part, keep the male and females separate.
Okay.
On the tour, they only let females out at one time, males out at another time
Yeah.
because of that fact.
But doesn't that go against what that park is?
But it's Disney. They
Right. That's
also-
what I'm saying.
Do you know about this? Pre-COVID, maybe 2018,
Okay.
outside Kilimanjaro Safaris, I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the bakery in like the Harambe Market.
Okay.
They released a bunch of sweets that were the shit of different animals.
Yes. I remember that.
So it was like a haystack was like the elephant poop,
yes.
et cetera, et cetera. It lasted like 5 days. So they're not going to let animals be fucking out there.
We have a list of questions.
Yeah.
I pulled that one out, and behind you, there's literally
There's
two
animals be fucking.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's in this booth behind Corey. There's like two people that are like that look like
It's
they're
uncomfortable.
about
It's a little
to.
uncomfortable.
Okay, but so you think that they would pause,
I don't
or
think they
you don't think it would even like it's not
they're
even
not
a thing.
letting that opportunity happen.
It could never even
No.
happen.
I think they're not letting that opportunity happen. They let the mothers out with like the calves or the young or the joeys or whatever. They don't let the viable females out with the viable males
I don't know. I mean, that's a good.
because also to
Yeah.
say going to other like high-end zoos, quote unquote, like the Portland Zoo is very nice and like is similar to Animal Kingdom in the fact that it's not like enclosures. They're more like open environments.
Right.
As well as San Diego Zoo, where we just went like 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago. It's a very similar thing. They feed the animals carcasses
Okay.
and they will say, hey, we're feeding the animal a carcass. If you have young children, don't come this way.
Mm-hmm.
I think Disney is a step above that in the fact that they're not going to let you watch animals fuck and they're not going to let you watch animals eat live carcasses.
Wow.
In
I don't
my
know how-
opinion.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't
Like,
either, but they're Disneyfying
What about
it.
what about boners? You think
You haven't seen a boner on one of those animals there?
in Kilimanjaro? No, I mean I haven't been on it. I've only been on it probably
I've
twice.
It's like part of the reason Brittany hates going on those rides with me is because I'm always like, look at that dude's penis. And she's
Yeah.
like, please stop.
Like, I mean, it's always great.
I don't know. It's just interesting to me, man.
Yeah,
It's a
you
circle
gotta
of
see.
life. I will say the other thing about Kilimanjaro Safaris and Animal Kingdom, they set up very natural boundaries where the animals will not cross over
Right.
because they are fed in that area.
Okay.
And they have no interest in going across the natural boundary because there's no reason for them to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
So I think that's part of it as well, is they are well fed. They do not need to mate. Like they don't have that drive because whatever needs they have are
Girl,
met.
same.
Also, there's
Lost it.
to be honest, there's a really cool series on Disney Plus about Animal Kingdom. If you've not seen it, the first season was narrated by Josh Gad. The second season was not narrated
I like
by
warm hugs, and I like watching
God,
the elephants.
Dave, I like watching the elephants. Fuck.
And wait a minute. In January 2024, guests at Disney's Animal Kingdom witnessed animals having sex on Kilimanjaro safaris.
But it's not common, I don't think, because I don't think they let them out unless they're purposely trying to mate them and they're trying to give them the opportunity.
But that answered my question.
Yeah.
It's probably not happening often.
But I think if they're trying to actually get the animals to procreate and get them comfortable, they probably do it. Yeah, they let them.
I wonder if they would just drive by it very quickly. Because those people actually
I've been
do
on-
like animals, and they just like
Of course.
they like teach about it. So I wonder, like, how would you feel about?
Bowie seeing that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Disney certainly doesn't want people to have a bad guest experience, right?
Do you think that people would complain if they saw animals fucking?
Did people complain when that guy jumped off Small World and was naked?
That's different. This
Is
is
it?
like, yeah.
To some people, is
Yeah.
that different?
Yes.
Like you just said to me, would I be upset if Bowie saw animals doing something weird on Kilimanjaro safaris and I had to say like they are just wrestling or whatever it may
Yeah,
be
but I mean, I think
versus
that-
a naked man? How different is it?
And night and day.
Or people just
Night and
doing
day-
things
night-
that are
night-
wrong in
night
the
and
parks.
day. When you go to a zoo, you are consenting
To maybe see some
to
things.
maybe see some things. You are saying,
That was my point with the carcass thing.
you're
to see
consenting.
it, yeah.
You're walking in. You're saying, I am going into their wild habitat. Hopefully, this is like I'm seeing the animals.
An enjoyable
I'm
experience.
not, for all intents and purposes, I'm in Africa. I'm on this safari. I'm enjoying my time there. I'm coming to them. You are consenting to that. You are
But-
consenting to seeing some shit.
Have you
and,
ever
like,
read that
giggling.
fine print on that Disney ticket, though?
No, what's the fine print?
Basically, anything can happen to you there.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, I think that you're not consenting to seeing a guy hopped up on drugs get naked and walk
Private
around.
property, though.
I think that they'd be pretty cool with it at Disney. Here's what I would do. If you were like, what are they called? The skippers? Safari leads? What are they called there? I think I would
Like
be
the drivers of the Kilimanjaro Safari? Safari Guide?
Yeah, I'm sure that they have a canned
Yeah.
phrase. Oh, if you look to the right, the circle of light. You know, like, oh, the
Pumbaa
magic.
be fucking.
Yeah, the magic, the miracle of life.
I think they
Let's
just
move on.
ignore it, to be honest.
I bet you they call attention to it. I say the miracle of life. Let's give them their.
I bet you they don't acknowledge it.
Really?
Yep.
That could be.
I don't know. We should Google it and find out if we could see, like, the driver has said anything, the guide has said anything. I bet you they do
Have I
not
told you-
acknowledge it.
Have I told you my if I was a skipper at the Jungle Cruise? I have a pun that I.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, you're passing by a rhinoceros,
Sure.
and you say, "And ladies and gentlemen, oh, I thought that was another hippopotamus, but what do I know?" And it's a rhinoceros, and it's
Oh, I get it, too.
yeah.
I
but-
get it.
But what do I know?
To be honest, it's kind of on par with a lot of the other jokes.
It's
so
good.
You're good. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I like it.
It's funny. All right, it's funny.
Oh my god, I'm done with my drink.
Yeah, I hate it. This is the slowest I've ever drank
You
a
know
drink.
what? You're gonna think I'm crazy. 2.75. Straight
No,
up,
I
did
hate
not
it.
mind this at all. Enjoyed it.
I'm just gonna chug it because I actually this is the worst one I've had.
6:30.
I like this less than the Robitussin one.
No way. Less than the maple syrup one. Maple syrup, vanilla
I really
extract,
don't like
Captain's
this one.
Grog. This one's. I might drink yours. This
No,
is,
we have to finish them. That's part of it.
I'm done. I'm done. I didn't mind it. It tastes like bourbon. It tastes like.
No, it does not taste like bourbon.
It tastes like. It does.
It tastes like gross cherry and like too sweet.
Okay. It
Too
is.
sweet.
It is. It is a little sweet. Maybe that's why I don't mind it. Is it good? No. Is it okay? Yes. Does
Is
the-
a couple next to us getting head? Maybe.
Yeah.
To be young and in love.
All right. Well, that's what we'll call it. We're gonna go pay some bills and call it a night. Say your thing.
Mahalo.
Bye.
And that's our show this week. Thank you so much for joining us. Hey, if you've ever witnessed some freaky animal action at Animal Kingdom, hit us up and tell us about it. You can DM us on Instagram. Our account is at MyTimeThePodcast. You can also call us at 559-WE-DRUNK, which is 559-933-7865, and leave us a message. We had someone leave us a voicemail this week of purely oinking. So thanks, Pig. Or maybe that was actually Pumbaa getting some action on Kilimanjaro Safari. If you don't like making phone calls, you can always email us at mytimethepodcast@gmail.com. And please, if you're enjoying the show, take a minute to rate and review the podcast on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you get your podcast. Corey and I will be in the same place next week, and we'll tell you about all the fun stuff we've been up to. I just spent 3 days at Disney World, and Corey just did the Universal Hollywood After Hours event, so there's a lot to talk about, and I'm itching to get back and start grog logging again. So for Corey, I'm Dave. Bye.